0.75 Boeing 747.
Finally arrived. How many hours to hotel?
90 minutes.
90 minutes?
More 90 minutes.
I'm tired.
Hello everyone, I'm Leo. How are you? Haven't seen you for ages, haven't talked to you for ages. Well, this is my 29th Directions. Every year we are flying back and forth for Microsoft Global event. But this year, as you know, under this COVID-19 situations, we will stay home. Hope you enjoyed Microsoft Xbox, Flight Simulator, and Feeding Fly with us. I'm very much looking forward to meeting you offline very soon. Well, I'm very much happy to have another two Japanese guys in this session. Ryota, Kazukiyo, please introduce by yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Ryota. My company is Santorezo. I lived in Fukuoka, Japan. My primary role has been to drive digital transformation for customers with cross-service including Azure, AWS, GCP, as well as implementation for Microsoft 365 and the Power Platform. Have fun my Power Up session! Yay!
Hi, my name is Katsuki Okachi. I'm freelance now. I'm working for Japanese enterprise chemical company. Now I'm supporting for customer using Power Platform. I'm Captain today. Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the sessions. Now we have just arrived at Berlin Tegel Airport. Probably it will take 60 to 90 minutes picking up our luggages and moving to the hotel. Wow, 20 hours. This is normal Directions. Completely exhausted. Well, actually this is our sixth time we will show how to make Business Central plus Power Platform presentations more attractive. Last 2 days we focused Job Module and Power Platform and Manufacturing Module and Power Platform. In these sessions we'll focus Service Module and Power Platform. So after these sessions, again we need to go back to Japan, probably around 20 hours again. Would you like to enjoy 2 more flights? No, I'm kidding. Well, it's time to start. Let's kick off. Yeah, in this pandemic time, remote work is vital. So Microsoft technologies support ideal work style, like My Analytics, Microsoft Teams, very important. Devices with Windows 10, it's like HoloLens 2, it's cool. Power Platforms like Power BI, and Dynamics 365 like Business Central. You know, there are more than 20 services under this Dynamics 365 now. So some of you already know about new product release under Dynamics 365 at Microsoft Ignite. So under the customer service and native voice channel support and the supply chain management, cloud and edge scale unit, inventory visibility. But the biggest announcement was the Dynamics 365 project and operations, already GAs available since last month. So in these sessions, we will focus service management, it's repair, but integrate in the inventory, of course, integrated purchase and sales in accounting. We will focus the field service and power platforms in these sessions. Yeah, let's think about the application design pattern. D365 field services or D365 Business Central, Finance and Supply Chains and power platforms. There are several scenarios we can integrate. We can cover entire this service industry. Number one, using the Outlook, then you generate a work order, field services, and finances non-dynamics product. So an interface to send data to accounting package needs to be developed. It is likely that some important data in management accounting will be missed, resulting in extra work to check all deposit and withdrawal data. So pattern 2 is we'll use Outlook and field services and using the business central of our finance and supply chains in accounting. If we integrate these 365 BC and finance and supply chains only with accounting data, it will be difficult to display both repair service and sales of goods in corrective invoice. So we in Japan we will use a corrective invoice. This means we are unable to check the work detail in an ERP side. So I think it's easy to do this. So number 3 is the starting Outlook and field services and converting work report to invoice data. So from that business process using the ERP. So in this case, we have to think about how we manage the version of codes and the credit limit for service codes and service order in field services in isolated business central and finance and supply chains. So number 4, compare with pattern 3. This probably allows field service engineer to submit the work reports in real time because we can create a simple input screen with Power Apps. Yeah, that's we are trying to demo in the sessions. So number 5, field service engineers or in-office support staff are required to submit the work reports to service management module, repair function ERP manually. It will take some time to convert work reports to data. Okay, so this case is that starting the Outlook and cover all the business process by Business Central or Finance and Supply Chain using the service module. So number 6 is the service report that we will design by Power Apps. So compare with pattern 5, this probably allows the field service engineers to submit work reports in real time because we can create a simple input screen with Power Apps. Yeah, we may choose 5 or 6 from the viewpoint of the license fee, but 3 or 4 will be better for organization with many field service engineers, although there are still some challenges there. In 3 and 4, there is the option to not use service module in D365 BC and finance supply chains, but only integration with sales module. However, repair history is left behind in D365 finance field services Ultimately, that's okay if we can visualize data using a tool such as Power BI. Yeah, this is the field service business. We hope this pattern gives you some ideas of how to build your system for field services and maintenance service using the Microsoft Business applications. Okay, let's move to the next demonstrations. Service order entries with Power Platform. From here, we will create an application for repair work reports. Let's use the campus apps. I will make a repair work report in tablet mode. Perhaps Studio will be launched. It will come up in about 15 to 20 seconds. As this entity, we will create a various data pool from Business Central into CDS. Item, service order, service item worksheet, and a log for recording. For customer data, use Business Central Connect. Browse the dataset directory. This results in also stored in CDS. Select the environment for data reference. Select a customer to specify a table. Then make a connections. Customer information using the connector from BC. You can refer to it, but you cannot search it, so you can store it in the CDS side and use it, or you can use the collect functions to create a table in the memory of the iPhone and refer to it. First, we're gonna select the document number. Now I will copy it from the service order. Yeah, copies and display information from other related informations. Customers, item number, target product, and serial numbers are data copied from Business Central. So next, we will pull the data of the service item worksheet. Yeah, here is we are using an object called data table. Contains item used for the repairs, working hours, transportation costs. So we are assuming that we already submit codes and make orders, and a serviceman is assigned, and then she made on site. So we can see the items, repairs items, and the resource cost, and the traveling cost. With an image of the product, it is convenient for the workers, so I will display it. Register the image of the repair product when the work is completed. Really helpful. I'll also try to register the paperwork report signed by the customer. So next one is the detailed work. Also write down the items from transportation expense actually used. Then finally try to update the data. We've updated the two data. What is newly added as a log? This time it is an image. And travel expense and transportation expenses will be updated from the original ones.
で実際にですね、アプリケーションを動かしてみたいと思うんですけども、スマートフォンで実際やってみた方がいいと思うので、あらかじめ作っているアプリケーションを使って
Now let's demonstrate with a pre-made application on a smartphone. Yeah, we'll do the mirroring and try to open the repair work report apps. Since the document number has been already selected, the information will be displayed like this. Click the images, the photograph of completed product. Yeah, no picture, so try to take a picture of the stream deck. Again, work report signed by the customers. No report now, so I will try to take some photos. Suppose the actual transportation cost was the 13,000 yen and 580 yen. As a work report, image data will be updated and the transportation expenses will be updated too. Then now let's check what we actually updated as data. The pictures are already updated. You can easily upload the data from apps, so it's easy to create a solution for first-line workers together with Business Central. So I hope you will use apps. Okay, let's recap the demonstration we did here. So we made a apps to fill in the data in the service order, the service item worksheet. So Business Central and Power Platform Data Flow and Common Data Service, we created apps, Canvas apps for service order, service item worksheet entry. So this is the current limitations to build these apps. R&D teams, please improve this. So most tables cannot directly refer to BC data using a connector, so it is necessary to bring it to serious ones. Even if it can be obtained with the connector, the search term, filter search, lookup, etc. cannot be used at all, and it will solve by using correct functions to capture in memory, but it can be obtained with the connector. Since there is an upper limit to the number of the cases, default 500 cases, maximum 2,000 cases, this method cannot be used depending on the number of the cases. Even if we will use a Power Platform data flow, there are tables that require you to create an audit definition for the web service separately, like service item worksheet. So if we cannot easily utilize the data updated by PAPs cannot be reflected on the BC side. So these are the current limitations to build these apps. Let's move to the short demonstrations. Analyze field service data by Power BI. This is a Power BI for warehouse. This is actual warehouse layout. These third lines, these blue lines are spare parts locations. Here I can see quantity 10. I click this. Then below item list is skissed. This is big dryer BAA77 repair items. 10 quantities here. Then also I will do the drill through here. Then I know which bins these 10 items are stocked. This is very important for service engineers. He knows he needs to pick up where from these items. Also, this fourth line, I can see serviceman A, B, and C. I will click this serviceman C. I can see he has a special server, one quantity. A serviceman needs to bring several spare parts, when they need to make the on-site at the client side if required from the customer, but sometimes forget about to bring it back to the warehouse he picked up before. So to see this kind of the warehouse layout, we need to set up the serviceman as a locations or sometimes as a bin. This is very important design. Also for field service industry, especially for service managers, these informations are vital. This is customer, service contract number, engineer, repair status, and cost type. Here is the normal maintenance contract, revenue, and cost, such as warranty and goodwill. We should see the gross margin. Here is the chargeable business, service contract, and sales amount, and cost. Now we should see the gross margin. So service manager needs to see the gross margin per customer by service contract. This is vital information. So these bottom lines, we have troubleshooting data. So when and items, then customers, cost types like cost of service cost, goodwill and warranty, and repair status, initial, in process, and finished. And who responds to this incident, and support, and serviceman ABCDE. And this is the symptom call, error call, and this is the resolution call. These combinations information is very important for service engineers to prepare in advance before visiting to the customer site or before starting the send back repair. This is the vendors that purchase from, sometimes headquarters and sometimes the local vendors. So these informations are required for field service and very typical cases. So if you need to make some pre-sales activities, please prepare this level of information. These are the vital for field services. Analyze field service data by Power BI. It is possible to visualize spare parts quantity and values by warehouse layout images inside Power BI. Service manager should check the service contract margin, including warranty and goodwill, as well as billing service margin to have a better service contract with vendors. It is also mandatory for service manager to investigate repair fault areas, corresponding resolutions from global markets to improve production quality. When compete with other package and services including D365 field services, following topics will be the key areas. 1. Design pattern is the key to implement D365 product series. Currently no Gantt chart is available for BC repair. That's about point. But service contract, business central and finance supply chains and finance part. So ERP have service contract. So it's how we can control the earned revenue and make the realize monthly basis if we will issue the invoice annually. So we need to think about how we will make the better design. Power Apps and CDS can help the service engineer to key in the data easy way. Also possible to have more data for future analysis. So if there are any customization requests from the customers, in this stage, Power Platform can make up the gap between the actual system and actual their business process. So better to go for CDS and Power Platforms rather than building inside Business Central. I totally agree about the app source, but except app source, it's better to go CDS and Power Platforms. The third one is Power Automate and Power BI will help the global service manager to watch the repair bottleneck happens in the global market. and improve service contract condition based on the service contract profit. So we did the demonstrations for service order and service item worksheet entry using by Apps, and also we demonstrated Power BI grabs the very variable data from globally and try to check the how much profit each the service contract have. There is no other software vendors who can offer this level of services except Microsoft. Microsoft 365, Dynamics 365, more than 20 services, Azure IoT Central, Bing and LinkedIn, and Power Platform, low-code, no-code solutions. It will make up the gap between system and actual business process. So CDS is getting split out. It will eat lots of data. Why? Because of AI. So AI will support our judgment at every judgment, every business process. So let's produce product work study forms through the power of digital. So digital feedback loop will support, empower employee, engage customers, optimize operations, transform product. Yeah, it's time to democratize cloud, AI, and applications. It's time to democratize cloud, AI, and applications. To achieve digital transformation, I normally call DX365. Let's continue, never ending our Dynamics 365 and Power Platform journey. Thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate your time to spend with us. Any questions?